Hi, ladies and gentlemen. We are now looking at, I am logged in and we're going to go down here to combinatorics. So we're on the next module. You're in the way again. Go, 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 go. You're in the next module, combinatorics, and let me discuss what's going on so you kind of understand how to go through the module. But basically, I really do have everything worded as you go along the module. So you click on the first one, start there, talks about the module, right, and what you're going to be looking at in it. The second page here is our objectives, right? We always want to look at our objectives before we start material. So activities for this module, please read through that. The objectives for this module is to develop and apply the fundamental counting principle. Develop and apply factorials. We'll be doing that within this section, this module. Develop and apply permutations formula and the combinations formula, and determine which counting techniques to use given a variety of problems that you're going to be assigned. So I always look at the objectives, at least I try to always do that. So you guys finished set theory and we're right here at combinatorics. So then the next module here, right, so you look at the first one, here's the objectives, we're on the third page here. On the third page, you're going to be watching a discussion. It's one of my favorite. What is grit? What is grit? I have that written in my syllabus and a couple other places on Canvas. So you need to make sure that you watch the video all the way through, because at the end of the video, you will be given credit for watching the video, and Canvas knows whether you're watching or you're pausing or going to a different page. It'll notice that. So please watch it all the way through. It's not a very long one, and then you'll earn 10 points for that. Then the next thing is the reading material. So this should open up your book if you click on it. That's the book we're using in the class. Go through and, find a nice spot to sit down and relax and try to soak this up as you read through it. You got your examples. So let's see if I can slide this down a little bit. You got your examples there. Go through the examples, help understand, hopefully they help you understand what's going on here. This is a tree diagram that you're going to be doing. And I think you have your self-checks in here. I didn't look through this beforehand, but I'm pretty sure there's your try it. It's not self-checks, it's called try it now. So there's your try it 1. Continue reading. You should have another try it down there. Try it. Example 9, example 10. There's try it 2, correct? Now these are permutations that you're working with here. I think combinations are the first. So there's your formula for permutations. This is one of the big formulas to determine how many permutations you have, right? And I believe the one above was combinations first. Basic counting rules, right? Let me go all the way down to the bottom. Looks like kind of a long one here. No, combinations was next. Here's your combinations formula. So you're going to be doing permutations, combinations, and the basic counting principle. And you have your try-its that you need to do, and then I believe at the bottom right here you actually have the answers. Like I said before, try to work the try-its out before you look at the answers, and then check them at the end. But if you get stuck, you can still go back and look at it. Let me see if I got this thing in my way and I can't see what I'm doing here. I need to be able to use my page. Well, that didn't turn out good. Let's click back on modules then. Let me see if I can rearrange this a little better. There it is. Back down on combinatorics. Okay, so we looked at reading material, which was this one. Then you have the instructional video, correct? You can click on this and watch the video. These are instructional videos. These are YouTube videos. Okay. You click on that, and it's going to talk about the different types of just examples of combinations and permutations of problems that are similar to what we're looking at in the class. Let me click this again and go back down here because I can't arrow back. And then you have the activity. Once you watch the videos, once you read your book, went through and really soaked up the material, hopefully you found a nice quiet spot to sit down and let it soak in. And then you watch your instructional videos that matches a lot of the stuff we're doing in the class. Then you have your activity on combinatorics, basically kind of like an assignment, right? And I got all the directions right up here, correct? You do the best you can. You do a rough draft and you do a final draft, right? So this, when you first see this, this is your rough draft. You're still trying to go through and solve the problems, do the best you can. If you don't get them all done, I understand. Have some questions there, maybe question marks, and write something that you don't understand so that when you watch the video and they're done in its entirety, you can go back and answer your own questions, right? And that's what they call talk to the text. And I think I said this in the previous module that I want to be able to tell the difference between your rough draft and your final. So it's a good idea to use two different color pens. However you want to do it. Please label one as rough draft and the other one as final. So go through here and try to do as many as you can on your own, right? This is how you learn. You try. If you fail, you try again. You fail, you try again, and then you get help on it. Go through and try to answer these, right? And that'll be your rough draft. Stuff that you don't understand, put yourself question marks. You need to print this out so that you're doing this, then you're going to upload this, right? So you're going to need to have to print this out unless you have a tablet where you can write on it and upload the tablet as a PDF, save it, and upload it as a PDF. If you have a tablet you can work on. But for most students in the class, I think you're going to need to print this out, correct, and do the work. If you have a tablet and you can do that, that'll work also. Just make sure you tell me the difference between the rough draft and the final. Okay, let me go back to that module again. Down, combinatorics right here. That was this. This is where you start your rough draft or your talk to the text. And then you have the video play pause it on this. Okay, you can click on the video play pause and that's going to go through the problems. And then after you've went through all those problems, you're copying down those problems on your final, correct? This is after your rough draft. Now that you've watched the video, you do your final. And then this is the activity where you upload, right? The activity, combinatorics upload. That means you're going to upload your rough draft and your final draft. And I'm still designing the class as I go along. I told you that this is one of my first online classes for this specific class, and I've only done a couple of online, mostly in person. So I'm still doing some tweaking and tweaking on this program stuff. So some of the wording here might be changed a little bit, but it tells you what you need to do. Okay, so you're going to upload your both, correct? As by the way, as one PDF. You need to upload them both as one PDF. Your rough draft and your final. After you do that, let's get back to that module there. That was set theory. Here we are. And here's your upload. After you get done with that, then you have some practice problems. Now let me see. I'm hoping I can get back on this. Yes, so here, if you read the directions here, you're only asked to do about 5 of these. You pick the 5, but you could do them all if you'd like. I mean, you're going to have a test on this module at the end, so you really need to know how to do these problems. So attempt to do as many as you can, and the video for doing all these problems here will be attached a little bit later, and you're going to need to upload that also. Let me go back to the modules page. My program here is covering up my arrow back, so I'm not able to arrow back. Okay, so I was looking at that right here, correct? So that's the practice combinatorics, and then if you click on the next one that you're going to see, some of these are not going to be open right away. What you're seeing on through this video here was my Canvas page. You're able to see everything. And I'm not sure that I'm going to allow you to see everything. I'm thinking that I'm going to have one page at a time. After you finish one page, you can open up the next page. But in my mind, you can see everything. So after you've attempted those 5 problems or more, there's going to be a video on how to solve all those. Okay, and then you need to upload your practice problems, those 5 or more you did. That's going to be uploaded here just like on the other page. The wording here might be changed a little bit, right? You upload that to me, you get graded on that, and then at the very end, just like set theory here, you had the test, you have the assessment at the bottom, which kicks you into it's actually another program attached into Canvas, which gives you the problems to do. You're going to also have the same thing for combinatorics here. You're going to click on this, and it's going to take you into taking the test. Remember, when you're taking the test, there's no AI, there's no other programs open to take the test. This is on you. This is you showing me to do that. And please remember that I could ask any student to come online and explain their answers, how you got to those answers with a live Zoom video for me. So please do not use AI or any other program to work on these tests, okay? After that, we'll be going into probability. And I hope that this helps you follow the different pages here in combinatorics. Just read through each one of these pages. It'll tell you basically what I'm talking about right now. And if you see any errors or anything with a link or something that's not written correctly, send me an email, let me know so I can adjust that. Okay, good luck, guys.